What's going on, YouTube? This is your neighborhood DraftKings addict, bringing my top pick for Week 7 NFL DFS slate. All right, guys, so let's get it popping, guys. So, this week, today, we have the official launch of the NBA season, guys. So, let's go ahead and get it started. Today, we have a two-game slate. I have a video out there. Go ahead and check it out. Like and subscribe to the channel, guys, if you want to get NBA and NFL content, and be sure to turn on the notifications so that way you'll know when I post new videos, because NBA has a lot of slates and a lot of videos will be on the horizon, so you want to get those notifications. And thank you to all my subscribers. We hit 700 subscribers landmark this time, guys, and I do appreciate the love, and I want to thank each and every one of you personally. But let's get into what you came here for, top picks. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and break it down position by position. All right, so QB at the top of the list, you see, guys, we got our boy Jared Goff here, man, who's in a sweet matchup versus San Francisco. So I got him marked off here on my watch list. We got a couple of good games, guys, to be honest. So I may go a little different, but I definitely like Goff. You also got Trubisky down here, who's been on a heater. 46 and 31 scored in the last two games, and this dude only costs 5,600, and he gets the poorest New England Patriots defense. I like Trubisky. I think I'm gonna lock him in, to be honest, but right up on him is this guy Flacco, man. I personally think he'll be low owned, because if you look at his last three games, he's only been 13 and 12 in his last two games, but a couple games before that he hit 25. And this guy's only 5.4K, and he gets the New Orleans Saints defense. So keep your eyes on that. I may play a couple of Joe Flacco lines, and also I'm actually thinking about playing some Bortles as well versus Houston. These two teams normally play each other well, but right now Trubisky, Flacco, and Goff are my top QBs for the main slate this week. All right, running back, guys, don't have a lot of options here, but you got to play the best option on the board, and that's going to be Mr. Gurley. All right, this guy's been on a runner, man. 26, 33, 40. All right, he's just doing it all. He's averaging 25 plus points over the season, so you got to play this guy, man. 10-game slate. He's 9.8K, but he has a plus matchup versus San Francisco, so I'm locking in Gurley. I like Zeke too, but Zeke has a little bit more of a tougher matchup, a little bit better defense in Washington. But this guy's getting the rushes, man. 20-plus rushes the last few games. So you can't deny that. So if you don't want to pay up for Gurley, go ahead and go with his Ezekiel. So, but my value running back guy is going to be Tariq Cohen. I've been on him for a couple of weeks now. If you look at him, he scored 33 and 24 in the last two games. He's scoring a lot of points. He's getting a lot of rushes. I mean, a lot of passes. That's where he's scoring his at. It's on a passing game. So I like to pair him up with Trubisky. With Cohen, alrighty, and so those are my top running backs. I also got a little bit of love for Peyton Barber, man. He scored 20 DraftKings points this last game, and then he gets a plus matchup, all right, against Cleveland, who's not the best versus the running back, as you can see right here, 26, and he got 13 rushes last game with the quarterback being back, Jameis Winston. So, that could be a punt play at your flex spot, or if you want to go to a cheaper running back to afford some of these higher price wide receivers on the slate, he could be a guy that you want that you can plug in. But you also got the guy over here in Philly, Clement. All right, he's a guy that you also can get. He's getting a couple targets and rushes as well, but he's going up against Carolina. So you got Carlos Hyde as well on the board, but he hasn't really been doing much. 14, 10, and 3. But he could bust out versus Tampa Bay. All right, guys. So, next up, wide receiver. My wide receivers that I'm going with, you got to play Adam Thielen, right? He's on the board. This guy scored 30-plus points in the last three games. He's getting 10-plus targets over the last three games, and he gets the New York Jets. All right? Ranked 26 versus the wide receiver. So, I like his chances of putting up good numbers. Now, he is 8,600, so he's quite expensive. But I think his money is well spent. So I'm definitely playing Thielen. All right, for my value receiver, guys, I'm going to go down here and I'm going to look at this guy right here. Willie Snead. He's been having a pretty quiet, decent season, guys. He's only 4K, but he's putting up double-digit points over the last few games. But we have a plus matchup versus New Orleans. and I like Snead to possibly ignite Flacco and get him a few touchdowns or some big plays. Alrighty, so that's my value receiver. I also like Tyler Gabriel, who's been doing pretty good. He scored 33 and 20 in the last 2 games. He's been getting 5+ targets. All right, this guy here has breakout potential. He even got a couple of rushes. So he's another guy that I put on my map. And then also, of course, Crabtree, the wide receiver #1 in New Orleans. I'm not New Orleans, I'm sorry, in Baltimore. All right, he's put up 12 and 21 in the last 2 games, 12 and 9 targets. So, again, another good option. Brown started off hot, but he's kind of quiet down the last game. But John Brown is a guy that you may want to keep on your radar. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and I like this Baltimore-New Orleans game. All right. So those are my top wide receivers right now, guys. You got a couple other options. Alshon Jeffries, he had a nice game. 27 DraftKings points. He had 6 the game before, but then he had 28 the game before that. So he gets the Carolina defense. So that's somebody that you could definitely put on your map. And, of course, you got Mike Evans at the top who laid an egg last week. He only put up 9 DraftKings points. But you could probably play him, hopefully in a bounce back spot where he may be low on because of his performance last week. And I also like Robert Woods, guys. So let me go ahead and lock him in because I believe Kupp is currently week to week. So we're not sure if he's going to be playing in this game versus San Francisco. But if he's out, that upgrades the wide receivers for me. But it definitely helps Gurley as well, which is why he's locked in as my RB1. Tight end, guys. Again, I'm struggling with tight end. Need your help. Drop a comment. Who's your favorite tight end? But Ertz, Burton, and Njoku got to be the top 3. All right, because Ertz is getting 10+ targets over the last few games, and he gets a plus matchup. You got Burton, again, 12, 10+ points the last 3 games. Then Njoku is just getting targets, man. All right, but I believe the quarterback is currently injured. But keep an eye on the news and make sure that he's starting. But at the moment, I like Njoku because of his targets and his price, to be honest. But I also like Ertz, but he's 7,100. I don't know if I can afford him. But help me out with the tight end, guys. Let me know who you like, who you think we should play. Drop it in the comments for me. And so, also, guys, for the defense, guys, let's go ahead and just go with the Bills. The Buffalo Bills, they get Indianapolis. If you look at the last few teams that has played Indianapolis, they've given up 13, 10, and so pretty much double-digit points to the last few teams that they have played as far as the defenses go. And the Bills were able to compete with the Texans and take them down to the wire, and they're only 2.3K. All righty, they have 12 and 14 the last 2 games. I like Buffalo for a cheap defense, so that's pretty much who I'm liking in for my defense. So, all right, guys, so let's go ahead and look at DraftKings and see if you put in that particular lineup. So if I got Trubisky, Gurley, Cohen, I got Snead, and Njoku and the Bills, that leaves your average of 6.3K for your wide receivers, 1, 2, and 3, and then your flex. So let's just go ahead and play around with that. So we say we like Thielen, so let's plug in Thielen. That leaves us with 5,200. All right, so for our wide receiver 3, ooh, man, got a lot of good options here. You got Michael Thomas going up against Baltimore, but that's a good defense. But he's so good. But they're on the road. No, I'm not going to go that route. You got Edelman versus Chicago. Ooh. Let's see. You got Alshon Jeffrey again versus Carolina, but they're at home. Their running backs are banged up. So maybe we can play Alshon Jeffrey. So if we throw him in, that leaves us 4,100 for the flex position. And let's see who that would give us. And so if we go with that, and we got Smallwood. We got Moncrief, Duke Johnson. Ooh. He put up 14 last game. Had 5 targets, 4 receptions. Okay. So maybe we go with some Dookie. All right. Mr. Wilson. Now, this guy has been having a slowly scary couple of games. Look at this. 36 and 21. But can he do it versus Detroit is the question. All righty. Their pass defense is ranked 7th, but they got a new quarterback under the helm, right? Because Tannehill is out. Do you take a punt with Wilson? So you got some options, guys, but there you go. So my core, let me go ahead and make sure we can see that again. It's pretty much right here. Trubisky, Gurley, Cohen, Snead, Thielen, and Njoku in the Bills. Play who you want in the wide receiver 3 and the flex, guys. So good luck on to this week's slate, guys. Remember, NBA season is here. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification icon and YouTube, so that way you can get the notifications when I post the NBA videos. They're going to come fast and hard. So thank you guys again for all the love, and I'll holler at you next week.